Hi everybody and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're gonna look to a little bit more aggressive deck, a deck that I barely saw on the ladder, and I find it a little bit weird because goblins, as far as I know, are in historic but also in current standard pretty good. So we will look on some specialist that is GRUUL goblins, and let's jump right into it. So we have the basic goblin cards here if we sort it a little bit out by creature types, if I could try it. Creatures, perfect. So we have at first the basic goblins that sadly there are no new goblins in the current standard. So we have Fireblade Charger and Goblin Javelineer. I don't know if I need to talk a lot about it. I think they're pretty basic one drop for a goblin deck, and you can always get in for a little bit of damage. Let's go to the card that I think shines the most in this deck, and this is the Realm Walker. A lot of people forget about him. He's a shapeshifter, and he's basically, if some of you remembers Experimental Frenzy as an enchantment that let you draw from the top of your library. And this is basically a creature type of it, right? You drop it on turn 3, and on turn 4 you can play any sort of goblins. Of course, you need to choose goblins, but I think it's self-explanatory. You drop from top of your library goblins, and it doesn't only give you card advantage, also a big board presence, and leads sometimes to some crazy turns that you can, turn 4, you can literally swarm up the board and get in for a lot of damage. Other card that I wanna highlight it out of the creatures. I mean, the others are pretty basic. The 6 lords that are there, you can go to 8, but I don't know. I'm not a big fan of so much lords, and especially if you draw them in the early game, it's not much use for it. But anyway, Battle Cry Goblin is an amazing, I think one of the best goblin cards in the set, and maybe also in historic. I mean, in historic there are different things, but he also shines not only in goblin decks but in a lot of other things, because the ability for 2 mana give your goblins +1 and haste is amazing. It means he also give himself haste. If you see it, we can play here, for example, with Rainwalker, him on turn 4, and instantly give him haste and go in for damage. And usually you also reach the pack tactics requirements, so you attack with creatures with base power 6 or more, and you create another 1/1 creature goblin. That is also buffed, of course, by your lords. So this alone is, I think, a really devastating, but also a really strong combo with the Battle Cry Goblin and the Realm Walker. And don't forget, Realm Walker as a shapeshifter, he also gets buffed by all your lords. In the, let's say, interaction section, we have more cards from Innistrad, and there we have Play with Fire. Here I tried it with 4 copies of it, but somehow the magic algorithm lets you draw almost 2, 3, sometimes even 4 copies of it in the first like 3 or 4 draws. And this was sometimes backbreaking. That's why I reduced it to 3, and now it seems to be pretty fine, pretty nice. Another combo trick, I really like this card. It's, I think, really powerful and underplayed. As an instant, you can use it as a combo trick, but also to get through for the less points of damage, especially against some Epiphany decks. As I said again, they play these 2 birdies, block everything, and think, okay, they're fine with their 3-4 lives, and then you play this, pump it by 3, and go through with trample. Besides trample, it gives also first strike, so you can use it as a combo trick. I use it sometimes against mono white to just take out the biggest creature with the first strike, and you lose anything. Because usually Fireblade Charger stays back. If you play against mono white, he stays back to block and maybe kill something small, something big, depends. So yeah, this card really good. I will not recommend take more than 2 because also YouTube algorithm lets you draw it pretty often. I had it maybe in 3 out of 5 games, so 2 is enough. Next one, Catheric Pyre. Good card, good card. There is not much to say about it. Sometimes a little bit off spot, but sometimes really helpful. Not long ago, I had a game where I had 3 Realmswalker, but 0 green lands. So here you can just use the second mode, discard up to 2 cards, and then draw the many cards. So you discard 2 of them, draw maybe in a green mana, and then you suddenly can play your Realmwalker. So sometimes it shines. Also against creature matchups, 3 damage for 2 mana, instant speed, pretty good. Ranger class, overall amazing card, shines a lot against control decks, so control matchups, if you have the Ranger class in your hand, control matchups can go in any way, because the level 3 for 4 mana, and 4 mana is pretty easy reachable, let you again play creature cards, any creature cards, from top of your deck. So this is also helpful to again stabilize and replay your board. And then go in, of course, with level 2, you can level up your creatures, help sometimes with pack tactics. But also we have here a Goblin that is maybe not so often played, the Bugcatcher. He has Trample, usually one kind of party creature, but Boros party and Rakdos party are not so common, so this is often left out. But here, him as a warrior, him as a shapeshifter, and here the Bandit Lord, he is a rogue. So we can come up to 3 party requirements, let's say. So he hits for a lot, usually for 5. And again, if you give him the tokens with a trample, he gets just bigger and bigger every turn. For the mana base, I run 3 from 3 creature lands, Den of the Bugbear. Great. What should I say? There is not much to say. A land that can turn in and go with for a little bit of damage is always good. And I think 3 of them is the right number. I try to play 4 with them too. Sometimes I draw them a little bit too often, or especially if you draw it on turn 4. A little bit weird because you want your turn 4 be, as I said, really impactful. Because it's a aggro deck, there is a high possibility that we finish the games about turn 4, turn 5, latest turn 6, but we can also go into the late game with our card draw effects. So a good overall deck. I'm satisfied with the win rate. I think it will come up from the win rate close to the mono white versions, also about maybe 60%. I used to play it especially in the lower tiers. If you're in platinum or diamond, it's a pretty solid aggro deck that let you rank up pretty fast. I had one evening where I went through the whole tier, I think from Platinum 4, wherever you start after Mythic, I think Platinum 4 or maybe 2. I went through to Diamond in one run, maybe 1.5 hour. It was like 11-1 maybe the win rate. So something about that. But it's a great deck, sadly underplayed. I hope after this video maybe to see it a little bit more, because I also like to play against it a little bit more. Also, small interaction maybe good to mention, because sometimes you run into these decks, especially in lower tiers. People use Crippling Fear. Realmwalker is immune, let's say, to Crippling Fear because he's a shapeshifter. He has all kinds. So after Crippling Fear, you recover really, really good, really fast, and can go back for the damage. So let's jump right into it and see how we perform today. So let's go. Needed to edit my video a little bit here today. Arena is a little bit janky. So the loading screen didn't want it to go away. I wanted to save you this time. Let's see how it goes. 3 lands, good curve, perfect curve. So we are on the play, it looks really good. Let's try it out. I start off with Javelin, because just to get this 1 damage early on is not bad, and we can keep on Fireblade Charger later on for some blockers. And play against Gruul, maybe Werewolves. Barden, you see, this is good. Is it Snow? It's the new land, so let's go in. Next turn they maybe remove the Battlecry Goblin, but it's okay. We follow up with Bandit Lord. We foretell something. What do we have in green-red to foretell? Is it this creature that usually costs 5, but you can bring it for 4. Yeah, let's see. Let's see. Here we have some choices. We can play Bandit Lord and go in for 5, or we can play Fireblade Charger and go in for, if we buff it, 2, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, let's do this, because this way we play the pack tactic and we have another goblin. Next turn we can play the Bandit Lord. Let's see how strong the third drop will be from the opponent. Blue. Oh, then it's maybe saw it coming on Epiphany, but if it saw it coming, he should not. Okay. He explodes. I think it was just too slow, too far behind on the board. I think the next turn will be lethal. Let's see. He has 10. If we play Bandit Lord, we attack for 2, 5, 7, 9. It will not be lethal, no? I misplayed or miscount. But who knows? Yeah, whatever. Let's go to the next one. Let's see how the next one goes. I'm slowly coming back. I'm slowly climbing back in the ladder, especially after yesterday's video, after the Golgari deck. I went after it, I think, with you guys. It was what, 6-7, 7-0? And then I played a little bit more. I went to 11-0. So I had an amazing run. And then I needed to make a cut or stop playing because there are some things to do at home. So we finish it there. Let's see for the next one what we got here. Jesus, arena takes ages today. I don't know what happening. I hope nothing is broken on the video. Anyway, pretty weak, especially on the play. Some combat tricks, some damage, and 2 lords. Let's mulligan this. This looks better. I have some early removal. I don't know if we will need it. The combat trick we basically can take away. And then let's go lead with the red one. Master Guam with the monk. Should we remove the monk? I think so, because next turn he will play the portal hole and maybe the 1-1. So we provoke. Should we? No. We bring the battle cry and force him to remove it. Javelineer and Bandit Lord are good drops, because if you drop him on 3 or on 4, then you have a haste creature, then you are pretty good with it. Here we have, let me see, will he trade? I think so, but I'm fine with the trade, right? And some mono white version. Let's see if he's gonna trade. No, he's not. Yeah, let's... a third one. That's not bad. It's a nice end takedown. Let's go. It's good. Funny is that he could kill the Lord, but if he doesn't, we can just chop him a little bit, huh? Or chop here, chop there. We play the goblin and chop. I think against mono white is really important to control the board, and especially in situation like this, to control the board because of the class. What's the name of the class? Don't remember the name now, but you know, the one that buffs and then gives double strike. Here we are not going to do anything, and yeah. Is this something? If we attack here, we bring him. We don't reach the pack tactic, so we don't get the 1-1 to kill the life linker. We bring him, it's the same situation, right? We can just do 1 damage. Otherwise, what can we do? Play him. Let's play him. Let's pump it up so we get the pack tactics. And let's go in for a little bit of damage. Okay, okay. I think he's relying on the 4 life. But as soon as we drop our second lord, it will be difficult for him. But let's see if he attacks. He does. That's interesting. You don't have vigilance, my friend. We play him. Looks pretty good. Here we attack with all. No, right? We attack like this because on the way back he could maybe kill me and this would not be lethal. So let's see. Okay, he will try to prevent some damage. That's fine. So a lot of people forget about the ability from the Trash Master, that I can sack now a goblin to kill his sword. And that's okay. That's fine. We kill a sword. What do we sack? Sack the 1/1 goblin, kill the sword, go back, and then if he attacks, he's forced to block, right? That's good. Yeah, we can play him. Then let's magic not break it up. Play it like this. We attack with these two. Should we go to full control? I'm not sure. Let's go to full control. While the triggers are happening, that's okay. We create another 1/1. We tap him, kill the lifelinker. Auto play. Let's turn off the full control. And here we go. Yeah, you see guys how it can really chain your attacks and also the combinations, the synergy between goblins. I think for a standard pretty good. So I definitely recommend to try it out, to play it a little bit, to experiment maybe, because at the beginning I was running Toski, 2 copies of Toski besides the Trash Master. The problem with Toski was that if you're behind, you will stay behind because you don't have creatures to attack with, to draw cards. And if you are already with creatures on the board where you can swing with a lot of 1/1s or some cheap creatures, and maybe opponent can block some and you draw maybe 1 or 2 cards, it was not, like, let's say, so devastating. Like I didn't feel like, wow, this turn and the game's around. Compared to Realm Walker, if you drop him on 3 and he's unanswered, on 4 you have an amazing turn. Usually you drop maybe 1 or 2 goblins. You know that the next card will be a land, and you drop the land over it, so you really snowball or snow roll this whole things. Snowball. I have this thing. Maybe some of you know, I tried to get a new microphone, and I watched for something on a budget but also with a good quality, and I found this blue, I don't know if it's even from Yeti or something, but it's blue snowball, and I found it pretty good. I found it pretty interesting, that for this amount of money, I think it was like $70, you can get such a... Wait, he plays back. Well, here, let's provoke a removal. Now, for the next turn, we cannot reach the pack tactics with a Battle Cry Goblin anyway. So yeah, blue snowball, pretty good mic for the budget, for the money you pay. And if somebody looking for a mic, I recommend it. You see here we have... I mean, he will not remove the Battle Cry Goblin, does he? The command cards, destroy target non-permanent with mana 2 or less. Yeah, he will remove it. So then Should we provoke for more? I think I play Realmwalker here, just to show it to you guys, but also the curve is a little bit better with the Realmwalker, because next turn if he destroys it, I can play Battle Cry Goblin and pump it in the same time, so we go for some damaging. Cataric we keep. I'm not even sure if I will play the green land, if it needs to be played. This answering my questions. Pretty good, pretty good. I prefer to play as much as I can from the top of my deck, just to get rid of these draws and also present more board damage. And you say Realmwalker because he's a shapeshifter, he has also goblin types, and he's... Okay. We are shuffling, shuffle, shuffle. Let's shuffle, shuffle. Yeah, we shuffle, then we shuffle. What do we get? A land. Okay. In this matchup, I will be happy with the class, but okay, okay. Binding of the Own Gods, what do we take? Realmwalker or the Lord? It's a difficult decision, to be honest, difficult decision, and I think our opponent runs Blood on the Snow, so we need to hurry up. That's good. Another land. Another land. Let's play it as a red. We bring him out. We buff everything. And we go in. So let's see if we have Blood on the Snow for the next turn. Let's see. He's definitely running Blood on the Snow. We see here Wensman. Amazing card again. In the graveyard, some removal, spot removal. I don't think this will be helpful right now. So he basically needs to remove pretty much the board. Oh, and this is a good removal. This is a really nice removal. Great. -2. I can go to myself too. And he gains life. So here, let's see if we draw into something interesting, because as I said, card pretty good, pretty situational, and this is a pretty good draw. Pretty good draw. We can also destroy this one if we need to, but until now it's all running smoothly. If he plays... Okay, interesting. I haven't seen this card for a while now. He keeps on getting life. So it looks like the opponent found the perfect solution for things that we needed to do or wanted to do. Let's play the Bandit Lord. Pass the turn. Binding gives him land. Jesus. Pobrecita. Trash Goblin before it's another removal, and then we can still go face with our 2 damage. And then Scry maybe for something good, something fast. Battle Cry Goblin will be, of course, amazing, amazing. I think even it will be game. Jesus, senor, what the hell? What's going on here? That's a lot of removal. I think the matchmaker put us a little bit in a... How do you play against control? Like, literally, these things against the most control decks that are played right now are dead, no? Like this one, they're not useful at all. Let's see. Onyx, okay. Battle Cry Goblin on the top. Show it to me, show it to me. 2 damage in the face from play with fire. We scry into something, and then we will see. No, this is not it. Jesus. Let's see, but I think it's over. Nope. This is not it. This is not it. We have Battle Cry Goblin off the top to the face, and we are good. I mean, we also require that our opponent don't have a removal. And here we see another removal. What do we draw? Field Trip. He gets 2 life. Real Walker will be amazing too. Real Walker will bring me also. Maybe back, but we will see. We will see. And he has no way. Oh. Battlecry Goblin at the top. We have 1 to play, 2 to pump. Also not enough, huh? Real Walker is good. Let's see what we draw. Almost made a mistake. Goblins. And a land on the top. That sucks. Ay. Let's give it a try. I don't want to concede right now because I think there is still something in it. That's over. That's over. Good game, my friend. Good game. Don't want to waste the time. Good game. He come back. 3 ref. Good game. But it happens, you know, with every deck it happens. I don't want to especially cut these games out where you lose or you perform. What is this? Yeah, that's the connection to the server. It's going crazy. Poquito loco here. Let's go again. I think to cut these games out will be unfair. I don't want to show you a wrong representation of the deck. As I said, you definitely will reach your over 50% win rate for sure. If you experiment a little bit with a card, even maybe higher, around 60%, perform with it pretty good, especially right now on the play. You have some possibilities. We have a little bit removal. We have some early creatures. And we can go in for some damage. Okay. Let's see if our opponent wants to trade. And we'll be pretty happy with the trade. Yeah, no, he was thinking about it. Maybe his hand is not so great, so let's bring the bug catcher. Because no, we play the Battlecry Goblin if he has the fight spell. What is the name? I just played it. It will be not enough. Just two snowlands. Now we have more, so we will see. Here we go for. What do we go for? We go for kill. Let's confuse the opponent a little bit. A lot of people are confused if you play a green land. They will say, "Oh, what is this?" Now we go in with all of them, of course. Attack all. The most favorite buttons of us, the aggro players. Bro, if you block it double, no? He has Snakes are well, no? Yeah, you must have it. But if you have it, I will remove it. Oh, that's even better. Thank you. If it's even better, we will remove it. I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. This is what I meant with 2 for 1. He has the fight spell? No. Oh, not bad, not bad. 2 for 1, he wasted basically a creature and another sack. We go here. We go here. Let's go a little bit aggressive. And then we go. And doesn't matter what he blocks, he need to trade or take a lot of damage. So most likely if he trades against Battlecry Goblin, but then again, you keep the pressure high. Don't let the opponent build a board, especially against mono green snow. Something like this can happen. And then they have a huge blocker. Next turn. Next turn. What he goes to? When we attack, he gives 2-3 to 3. It's not enough, but we can see. Play him. Goblins. A land on top. I will go in with all, but I think he will block the growth, the bug catcher. The most damage, of course, and we can remove it with play with fire. Interesting. Okay, okay, I'm fine now. End the turn. You have a fight spell? You must have, right? How much do we have here? Pass. She goes in. We'll get a little bit of life. Get a little bit of everything. But it's okay, it's okay. If we keep the pressure high, we can still do it. Just try the land to the bottom. Battlecry Goblin is amazing. Another Realmswalker is amazing. So we go Battlecry Goblin. Bump up. And then we go in. I'm not scared to lose Realmwalker because we have a second one incoming, and basically... what the hell? Opponent? What happened? You have... What the hell? He forgot about... I don't got it, okay. Anyway, a win is a win. Nobody complains about it, right? Sometimes people, even in Mythic, makes weird decisions, and math is not the strongest for everybody, so... Should we do another one? I don't know. How long do we recording already? Let me check. Okay, we're recording for already 30 minutes. I think it's enough, right? So representation of the deck, we made 4 games, lost one, won 3. I think all 3 of them were showing the deck pretty good off. We can go the early game really aggressive, of course, because of our goblins, but also the mid game is covered with a Realmwalker and also the class, so we have some possibilities. I hope you guys enjoyed this deck. I hope you liked what you see, and yeah. If you like everything and you like the video, leave a like, please. If you want to see more from me, subscribe to my channel. I will be really thankful, and it will help me a lot to see that people want to see more and experience more. Until then, guys, thank you for watching, and I see you in the next one.